How y'all doing? We come to y'all on this Monday. We ain't feeling so good today, but it's 14 weeks left in the season. We 1-1 right now, 500 team. 500 team right now. A lot of teams in the NFL haven't found their traction yet at the moment, but as y'all can tell, that game had me up late last night. I mean, game didn't go off until like 12 midnight. Didn't go off till like midnight. Of course, I check in the post game, see what's going on, see about the injuries. Dallas Goedert in the warm-ups, Nelson concussion, Carson concussion, Sidney Jones concussion, Jason Kelce walked to the Atlanta Falcons sideline, concussion. You see what I'm saying? He was so out of it at that point. Jason Peters, he left the field after that shot play in the fourth quarter by Carson. Carson, he did what he could. He did what he could with what he had. We went down 24-20 last night. We don't cry about it, baby. We be about it. That's at the end of the day, we Philly. We ain't gonna give you too many excuses, man. It's just, we gonna get on to Detroit. We gonna focus on what we need to focus on. Tim Jernigan, broken foot. He'd be out 4 to 6 weeks. Dallas Goedert with the calf. Hopefully he miss just this Detroit Lions game and get on back. Alshon, hopefully Alshon be able to suit up for us Sunday. They say we might have to waive couple people to bring in a wide receiver, bring in a tight end, as well as bring in another defensive lineman. We have to go make another move after we got Akeem Spence last week from the Dolphins. Not from the Dolphins. He wasn't on the Dolphins, but he was in training camp with the Dolphins. You see what I'm saying? We gotta go make moves, man. In our front office, they gonna do what they gotta do. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, him being pressed in and having to come out there, play on the outside, man. Him and Nelson, coming out there being our number one and our number two, Mac Hollins. You see what I'm saying? It just Carson hasn't had a lot of time with those two guys. He's had more time with Nelson. That's why you saw Nelson getting those catches, and getting the yards as well. Nelson last night, in the perfect world, he would have had 3 touchdowns. You see what I'm saying? So it just, it just goes to show. Last week, a little upset about, my touches. This week, you the man. And it's like, well, I'm just focused on the last reception I got. Okay. Isaac Seumalo, 3 holding penalties. Derek Barnett, another 3 quarterback hits. He leads us in quarterback hits this season with 6. Fletcher Cox, where are you? Nigel Bradham, you look like you running in sand. Rodney McLeod, he had a nice play, nice breakup that came across the middle that got redirected. Ronald Darby. Normally I call him Run, but Ronald. Man, everywhere, they showed a stat last night, like halftime, right after halftime. 12 targets, 8 catches, 127 with 2 touchdowns. I'm like, bro, you're the number 1 corner. Why are they picking on you? That is, oh my goodness. I said in my video during the week, if we don't start fast and do what we have to do, run the ball. We was featuring Miles Sanders last night. For some reason, our coaching staff, they don't trust Jordan Howard like that to do what we brought him in from Chicago to do. What we brought him in to do while we traded for him. You see what I'm saying? After losses, you able to just sit back and just let it simmer on you for a minute and just go, what were we doing? We got to get our head out our ass, man. The first 15 plays, the scripted plays, they never yield a touchdown. You see what I'm saying? So whoever's doing those, we might need to, ain't no might. We need to might change it up. No, we need to execute better. O-line was healthy, relatively. They wasn't missing. So what was their excuse? You got schemed up last night. You got schemed up. And I would say Jeff Stoutland normally lose those battles. O-line, D-line. He got O-line coach for people that don't know. Great offensive line coach. He harps on our guys being technicians. You know what I mean? Paying attention to detail and not making it excuses. And making holes for our running backs, man. Corey Clement last night hurt his shoulder. I'm like, man, that was terrible because he was holding on to the guy in front of him. I'm like, bro, and he fumbled. I'm like, right after halftime, we needed those points. Atlanta get the ball, go down, score. It was a 4-point ball game until then. See what I'm saying? It's stuff like that I noticed. I'm like, man, this game right here, like hell. This game right here, that's what it seemed like for us. We can't get out our own way. We not getting hurt because we getting hit. Carson Wentz, they got to check them ribs out, see what's going on there. He was pissed off about that concussion protocol. All of a sudden, you want to, pull me in when the offense about to go on the field. You could have had me when the defense was on the field, when special teams was on the field. Now you want to pull me back here in the tent. He was pissed off about it, definitely. NBC has said, I heard a little tidbit for y'all. I heard that NBC got authorization to open the roof so NBC could use the aerial view into the Mercedes-Benz Dome down there in Atlanta, Georgia for the Falcons. I heard they have full authorization of that. So that's something that got me as well. I'm like, man, what? So a lot of fans said it was very humid in there. When they left, they had to take their shirts off. They were soaking wet. So I'm like, man, okay, we was thinking that was a little gamesmanship from Arthur Blank to Jeffrey Lurie, owner of the Falcons, to the owner of the Eagles, the two respective teams. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, man, we just in a tough little spot right now. But y'all know how we do. We're gonna do what we gotta do to get up out of it, man. When I hear more about the injuries that's going on and what I'm hearing, we'll go from there. But until then, we're not gonna speculate on who gonna miss too much time, who's day to day, who's week to week. Hope Tim Jernigan can get back to us in about a month, man. They said 4 to 6. I'm hoping it's just 4, not like 6, 7, 8. Because he was coming in to be another guy next to Fletch, and then all of a sudden he's out. You know what I mean? It's tough for Fletch to get any, get off those double teams, man, if he's, not really seeing much from my guy. But as well, you know how defensive tackle go. Hey, who's next to you? You know what I mean? It's all the attention on you. What was Brandon Graham doing last night? I mean, in losses, we got to look at everything. It's not just it's not just we're going to point to Nelson. Oh, we're going to point to Carson. Oh, he didn't start playing well until the fourth quarter. Why? Sense of urgency, or we just letting it rip, or we playing more aggressive? He gets more confident as the game goes along, but the personnel always different. You know what I mean? The game plan got threw out the window before the game even started. Dallas Goedert out. No 12 personnel, no 2 tight end sets. Because Goddard's the better blocker. Ertz the better route runner, granted. But at the same time, I'm just like, man, why we don't have a third tight end? That's when we look at that. We just waived our third tight end, Alex English, passed through waivers, right? Don't we got him on the practice squad? But we got to put somebody down off our roster to get somebody. You got to release somebody to sign somebody. You know what I mean? You got to give something up to sign something. Everybody, 53 men do not suit up every Sunday. I believe it's 44 or 46, something like that can suit up. So you can't just be on the sideline like, oh, somebody got hurt. oh, let me go to the back and go put a uniform on real quick. No. You end up getting in trouble behind something like that. Like Malcolm said, man, we've been in this situation many a times. I mean, we just strap on and play. Rodney said the same thing. I mean, guys, you literally had guys telling other guys where to be, where to line up. Carson was throwing a back shoulder on the left side of the field to JJ. JJ didn't even look back. It made it seem like Carson was trying to throw another pick, but he wasn't. What happened was, it's a timing route. JJ got to get his head back around to the quarterback. Carson said, you got to see what I see. You know what I mean? They got to see the concept like he does. If they're showing man, we're running our routes like it's zone. No, that guy's following you, buddy. He's with you. He's in phase. Those guys can cover. And then when we were getting the plays, guys are dropping the ball. Guys not coming through. Guys not finding the sticks. Guys not knowing the situation at hand. Doug, Mike Groh, know your personnel. KYP. Even before the game with Jordan Howard and the running backs, if you know your offensive targets are going down and your offensive line is still intact and your running backs are still intact, guess what we need to do? My quarterback don't need to get hit. Let me say it again. Our quarterback don't need to get hit. Carson Wentz don't need to be getting extra hits put on him like that one from Deion Jones. Isaac Seumalo, Jason Kelce, Brandon Brooks, Lane Johnson, Jason Peters, Vitae. Y'all got to take this serious, man. Dillard, y'all got to take this serious, man. You know what I mean? That's our franchise right there. Can't nothing happen to him. He keep on getting hit like that. He ain't gonna make it to the end of the season, man. He ain't gonna make it to the end of the season. Y'all keep letting your boy get hit like that. Because that ain't cool. You got to take that personal. Yeah, if he holding on to the ball too long, that's something different. But when guys just breaking free, scot-free, Jason Peters getting whooped, falling on the ground, Jason Kelce, soon as he leave a combo block with Isaac Seumalo back bending and he getting walked back to Wentz. Come on now. That ain't gonna get it. That is not gonna get it. We gonna have us a damn tough week of practice this week. We gonna lick our wounds. We ain't gonna cry about it. When Detroit roll into Philly, we gonna let them know what time it is. Y'all understand. Y'all already know, Eagles Nation. Let's get together. Let's band together. Let's talk it out. Let me know what you think down in the comments section, baby. D-Star out. Fly, Eagles, fly.